Welcome back to another episode of WordPress Tutorials with Pixumweb. In today's episode, we're going to kick off our series on developing WordPress themes from scratch. We're going to create a basic theme that you can use later on to enhance with your own styling, but we'll give you the fundamentals, the basics, what files you should include in your theme, and the structure of your theme directory. So before we get started with the coding part, let's talk about some of the tools you'll need to use. I always recommend that you develop themes or websites locally first so you can test them out, take the bugs out, things of that nature. So there's some tools that you might need. If you're already a developer, you can obviously bypass this. But if you're new to web development or theme development, stay on this episode because we're going to go over some of the tools you might need. First thing you'll need is a local server. Since you're going to be working with PHP and WordPress, you're going to need a local server, which is similar to a server in a data center, somewhere where websites actually live. So for your local server solutions, you have a couple of options. The three that I recommend are three of the most known ones. There are others, but I'm just going to go over these three for now. You have MAMP, which is good for Mac OS X and Windows. It gives you what you need for theme development and for web development. You have WAMP, which is a dedicated Windows local server. It's not cross-platform compatible, but if you're working on Windows, this is a great option. And then you have XAMPP, which is a cross-platform compatible solution. It supports Windows, Linux, and Mac OS X. So this is a great one, for Linux users if you're not just going to install your own LAMP stack directly. Next, you're going to need a text editor. There are a ton of great text editors out there, but the one that I'll be using that I recommend you use is Atom.io. It is a nicely featured open source cross-platform text editor that you can extend it with add-ons or plugins with the built-in package manager. It gives you what you need to do the job. It's fast. It's customizable, and it's really a great tool to have in your developer's tool set. As I mentioned, I believe I mentioned it already. It's cross-platform compatible with Mac OS X, Windows, and Linux. It has a built-in package manager, smart auto completion, has a file system browser, and multiple panes. What this means is you can have two files opened up side by side, and you could use that for cross-referencing functions. You could use it for file comparison purposes if you're not using a diff checker. And then it also has find and replace, which is a feature you're going to want to have in a text editor. You could add on packages, as I mentioned before, themes, so you can customize the look of the editor itself. You can customize it, and it comes with a lot of great features. As we use it, you'll see how I use it and what I use with it, but it's a text editor that I recommend. Finally, you're going to obviously need a copy of the WordPress software. It is available on the WordPress.org website. Just make sure you download the most recent version of the platform, and then we'll be getting ready to get started. So in this episode, we just covered the local server you're going to need, the text editor that you're going to use, and downloading the WordPress software to your computer. In the next episode, we'll go over actually using these tools and getting started with that aspect of theme development. So thanks for watching this episode, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, since we'll be going over not only theme development, but we'll also provide tutorials on plugin development for WordPress, and also how and why WordPress is a great platform to use. You can easily have social media integration into your site. You can have an e-commerce solution. There's just so many themes you can have. with WordPress, and that's what we'll go over in future episodes and series. So again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any thoughts, questions, ideas, please leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to take a look at that. Thanks again.